here you will learn how to read, write, append operations of a file. Okay, so this is very important when you are reading a file, uh, a txt, csv, or any format. Okay, parquet or anything, you should be knowing how to connect. Okay, but this is one way. There is another way by using a libraries. Okay, python inbuilt libraries. So I'll go through with those also in the upcoming week. Okay, once we finish this session today and tomorrow. Okay, and then we'll have some homework also on this. uh, okay, so this is the ppt. Okay, you can refer this. Okay, so code I have already added here, but I'll do some practical here. Okay, so I'm going to share this today, and again after updating few lines, so whatever the practice we're going to do, I'm going to share the updated Jupyter notebook with you guys. Okay. So first question is, what is file handling? Okay, simple. Okay, file handling is nothing but letting you to read and write write to files. Okay, now files could be any format, a dot txt, comma dot csv. Okay, just an example. Okay, and it is useful. Okay, when this is useful. Okay, when you want to save data. Okay, you say you appended a file and you want to save data. Okay, instead of opening that file, what you'll do is you'll use a python. Using that libraries, you will connect to that backend file, and uh, and then you will append that file, and you can do all those operations. Okay, so first one is save data. Okay, second one, what do you think of? Okay, reading content from files. Okay, okay, and third one, if there is a log files that you want to output, you can do the log uh, program output. Okay, these are three things that I can think of. Okay, what is a file handling? File handling is nothing but letting you to read and write to files. Okay, it could be any extension, .txt, .csv, .doc. Okay, any extension, you can try it out. Okay, you have some file, just try to read the content of those files, and then at the same time you can also write some data to the existing file that already is created. Okay, now what are the key functions? Okay, key functions in file handling. Okay, what are those? One is open. Okay, open function. Second one is open. You open a file. Okay, then what do? You read a file, right? Third one, right, you write a file. Okay, and then after all these operations are done, what is the last one? You will close the file. Okay, you have to remember all this. Same thing, you open a file on your laptop, a Word, Excel. You go through the some stats that are there as per your operations activity. You will look at the data. Okay, and if there is a requirement, you will add your comments, and then what you do is you close it. Right, same thing, you have open, you have read, write, close. Okay, and these are all called functions. Okay, like I said in the last. Okay, functions starts with open, close, braces. Okay, so these are the four. No, actually there is one more. It's called with statement. Okay, with statement. Okay, what it does the use for auto closing files. Okay, okay, so okay, and these are the functions. Okay, now we will learn about mode. Okay, file opening mode. Okay, now what are these modes? Okay, these are the switches that you will pass inside this function called open. Okay, so for example, you have a file called under C tools, there is a file called mynotes.txt. Okay, first you will write the file name, which file you are going to open and do some operations. First thing is first, okay, file name. Second, what is the operation you're going to do on that file? Okay, it's just a read only, then you will say comma R. Okay, R stands for read. Okay, so I'll just copy paste and then uh, file opening modes. Okay, so basics, guys. The first one is, I'll write in quotation R. Okay, which means read only. Okay, another one is W. W stands for write. Okay, next one is append. Okay, A stands for append. Okay, we'll do all these hands on now. Okay, and rest we'll do it tomorrow, and then we'll do some practice for your weekend, and then we will go with the next topic from next week. Now after write, this is called append to file. Okay, append to file. And the last one, uh, there is one more, R plus, R plus. Okay, now what the R plus stands for? This is the combination of read and this and symbol and write. Okay, so instead of using this one R, if there is a operations where you have to read plus you have to update the changes, you can use R plus. Okay, which includes read and write. Okay, you don't have to do first read and then again you have to run the same function. Means you are writing two functions. Okay, which will save a lot of time if you write with one command. Okay, clear, guys? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, these are the key, modes. Okay. Now we'll start with basic program. Okay. So first what I'll do is I'll create a file. I'll open Notepad. Okay. I'll name this as save as. Okay. I'll go to the same location where my Python Jupyter notebook files are saved. Okay. It will be easy. Otherwise, you have to give the UNC path. Okay. Yeah, this is the location. Example.txt. Okay. Some file. So this is a blank file. Okay. I want to add some content to it. Okay. Mm, okay. I'll just go to this site. No, not this one. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, I added some dummy data here for our example. Just take out all this space, okay, so that the formatting should be good when we see this file. Okay, I'll save this and then I'll close it. Done. Okay, and the file name is called example.txt. Now I'll go back to my Python notebook and I want to read that file. Okay, so first thing first, what we have to do is step one. Step one. Okay, first we have to open that file. Okay, so first you have to add a variable called file equals. Okay, you will use open function. Okay, open function. This is the open function. What is the file name? Example.txt. Okay, example.txt. Now what are the mode you want to apply to it? Okay, since you want to write, it's a existing file, you want to do some write operation. So how do you do that? You will add w. Okay, done. This is our first line. Okay, we'll run this. Okay, so no error. Okay, now if you want to if you want to see the content of that file, you can say print file. Okay, now you see here we are not getting anything. Okay, why? Because there's a different function that we have to write. Okay, sorry, the operation is w. Sorry guys, should we read? Okay, read means we are just reading file. Okay, 1 minute. Done. Done. Okay, now I want to write something into that file. 1 minute guys. First one, read write. Okay, I'll use the write only first. Okay, now so print will not do that. Okay, we'll write, I'll add it here only guys. Okay, it's a confusion. I'll delete this. I'll add it here only. Okay, now if I want to do some addition to the existing file. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll say hash. This is a comment. I'm just writing step two. Step two. Okay, here I'll write file dot tab. So I'll see something called write, write function. Okay, write function. Okay, in the write function I'll write my quotation. Okay, Within this, I'll write something. Hello, students. Welcome to my training. Okay. And then step 3, I need to close the file. Okay. Now we'll see. Hash step 3 is simple closing is file dot close. Okay. Let me run this. Okay. So it has run. Okay. And if I want to see the content, you can, one way is you can go to that file location. Okay, whether this line is added or not. Okay, 1 minute, there is example.txt. Okay, hello students, welcome to my training. Okay, now you see whatever the content earlier I had, that got erased. Okay, so we need to be very careful which operations to use when. Okay, so this is first one. Okay, uh, file dot read function. IO operation on closed. Okay, this is also already closed. That's the reason this is not open in the memory. Okay, so I'll just put a hash here. Oops, what happened? I'll add just a hash here. Okay, I'll run this and not readable. Why? Because the operation is read. Okay, what if I take a copy, create a duplicate? Okay, instead of this, I'll just add r read. Okay, and I'll put this also. Okay, simple. File is equals to example.txt file, which is there, and I want to read it. Okay, you see now you are getting the content. Read function is what you have to use. Okay, got it. So I'll just do the presentation one more time. This is okay, and this one. Okay, first one is first one. This is the right, guys. Okay, we are adding something. If you want to add something, you can add again. Okay, okay. Now if I read, you see it is appending that file. Okay, hello student, welcome to my training. I'll just add, see this is appended, this is Python. You see that difference? Okay, so this is used for reading or any existing file. Okay, R switch. I'll put it in quotation. Okay, so we are good with writing, we are good with reading. Okay, and we are able to read the content of the file. Okay, I'll just pick some other file, learning. Okay, I'll just open this example. I'll just add it here, save. Okay, save. And now what I'll do is I'll read that file again. Okay, now you see all the gibberish URLs are coming here. Data engineering URL, data engineer roadmap, blah, 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 you're getting. See, I have appended that file manually. Okay, this is just for example. I want you to play, guys, here. Okay, play around with this to understand the role of these modes, switches, and all. Okay, so the other way of this one is we can. I'll delete this one, guys. Okay, this doesn't look good. This is for writing a file and closing it. Okay, if I say append, okay, so this is the first one. Okay, if I want to use the append, what is the keyword I have to use? A here. Okay, appending a existing file. A switch. Okay, this is the file. I'm using A, and this line I want to add here. Okay, this is file. This is Python way of appending a file. Okay, and then I will not close it. Okay, what I will do is I want to read that file. After appending, I want to read that file. Okay, so what I'll do is I can also store this in a content, or I can say file.read. Okay, so uh, what is the message? Unsupported operation. Why other students file.read? Okay, content not readable. Okay, append readable. Okay, I need to use the close type. Correct. File.close. After appending, I have to close. Then I have to say file.read. The IO operation on closed file cannot be done. Again, we have to use the two lines. Okay, one is I'll say content equals uh, open. File name is what? Uh, example.txt. Okay, and what operation I want to do? Read. So R and then close. Okay, and then I will say content dot read. See, now we are able to see. Okay, after the close operation is done, you cannot read the file because that is not open in the memory. That Python can go in the memory and fetch that file. Okay, so here is the logic, guys. Okay, so you have to always remember whenever you do write and append, you have to use the close function first. Okay, and here whatever I have appending a file. Okay, if you see appending a file statement is coming in this line which I have added. You can append, you can write, and then you can read the file. Okay, three things: read, write, and do the. Okay, now we'll see with statement. Okay, so with, what is the usage of with statement? Okay, I'll give an example with open. Okay, I'll say example.txt. So I'm opening the existing file, comma. Okay, Now I'll use R read, close it as file. Okay, here you see I am using an object here, a variable file. Then I'm writing the whole thing with using a with statement. You can add everything in one line. Okay, so here same thing. Okay, it is a different way style of writing a code. Okay, with open example.txt r as file. Okay, I'll say print. I'll say file dot read. Okay, file dot read. Okay, okay. Here I have to add this colon. Okay, I forgot. Okay, so expected an indent. Okay, indent means some space-ish one minute. Yellow. Blue should come. Okay, yellow. Now I'll run it. See, now I'm getting in a proper way. You see, if you see the before data, it is all gibberish. But here, exactly the format that the files are saved here. This is what you have to keep it in mind. Okay, when to use which statement and all those things. Okay, so this is one scenario, and reading a line by line. Okay, so yeah, there is one more called line by line, but before that, let me see if I have any documentation kind of thing. Okay, so that I can show you txt file. Okay, I'm just picking up something here. Okay, I'll create uh, one more file here. Okay, I'll just pick some data, some content for our practice. Okay, I'll just name it as test.txt. Okay, I'll close this. I'll close this. Now we'll read line by line. Okay, so which statement I'll use again with open. Okay, what is the file name? Test. Okay, test.txt path I've picked up, comma. Again, I'm using read only R. Okay, as file colon. Okay, colon. Then for line in file, for line in file, print uh, line colon. Okay, this is the, I mean, whatever I'm putting in print statement with quotation, that means it will come on the left hand side as a building, I mean, as a this thing, okay, label, okay, comma. I want to print line dot. So there is a function called line dot strip, line dot strip. Okay, let me run this. See how beautiful it is coming with statement. Okay, you can apply all these use cases. Okay, I have used with, see, whenever I get a log files or anything, right, I use this one only with line. Okay, let me see if I can grab one log files event viewer. uh, this is the one I have. Okay, so right hand side I have an option to save selected events. No, I'll just select. Okay, some randomly I picked up 553 events. Okay, I have an option here. Export is not there, so I'll say event as. Okay, it will save as evtx. I'll see if I have it txt or csv. Okay, I'll say events. Okay, same location, I'll save it. Okay, done. Now I'll use the same thing for reading a csv file. Okay, here only thing is I have to change this file name. Okay, so I'll say, what was that? Event dot csv. Okay, see, so it is still reading. See, so I can read all the event files here. Okay, even with event viewer also you can grab all those information without writing this file. Okay, but you have to use the operating system libraries. Okay, I'll show you one or two. Okay, if you want to learn, you can explore more from the documentation page, Python documentation page, and you can learn and gain some knowledge in those areas. Okay, so just now I showed you, right, I have event file and I want to read. Okay, if it is different format, you can read. Okay, yes, I mean, clear, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
What is CSV files, right? I mean, any specified thing?
It's the Excel kind of file. CSV means Excel kind of file. You can open even in Excel. Say, for example, there are different definitions, sorry, extensions are there. So this one, for example, if I want to open, I can open with Notepad and choose other application is same. Okay. So I don't have Excel on my laptop. One minute, let me check. No, I don't have a Microsoft here. Okay, Microsoft Office. You can open Microsoft Office with even. Okay, or you can also Google for Excel viewer. Okay, which is free, I think. Okay, so you can open that with browser also. See, now I'm installing this add-on with my browser. Okay, a Google account is not yet associated with this device. Please access up Play Store on your app device before installing. Okay. Uh, this is Google only, right? Yeah, Google only. Add-ons, Play Store. Where is Chrome Web Store? Okay, I'll type Excel. Okay, Excel viewer. Okay, open Excel viewer. Yeah, this is the within Chrome. Add to Chrome. Add extension. It will be added here now. Okay, yeah, it is added. Now you see it here. Okay, so it is added. Now what happens? What happens? Okay, now how do you from browser? How do you access your C drive? Okay, you can go to open that file and all that you can do. Okay, or else in the browser address bar you can type C colon users. Okay, now which one is my user here? Administrator. Under administrator I have very CSV file. This one event.csv file. Okay, if I open this it will open here. Okay, now it will say show your app to open. Okay, still it is not opening CSV. What minute did I open Excel? Okay, so I have to click on that add-on, then I have to say open. This is another way. Okay, there are different way, guys. Okay, it all depends on you how you want to use it. Okay, I'll open that CSV file, all files. It's called event.csv. Please select the please select an Excel file. Oh, it will not open CSV, man. Okay, again I have to. It is added. Let me click on this. View and edit CSV file online to see how it works. Click here, blah blah blah. See how it works. Okay, let me see. I can do something here. Now I have this event.csv file. Okay, I just copied here. Okay, uh, but it is not opening here. Okay, I think first we need to understand how to read a file. Okay, so browser generally, if I have yeah, I think I forgot, guys. I'm on already in Gmail, right? I can go to Sheets. It is my Sheets. Uh, okay, so I can go to New Google Sheets. Okay, now this is blank. Okay, I have a CSV file and I want to see the data, so I can do go import from your base. I mean from your laptop. So you have an upload option. Browse. Okay, go to that file event.csv file, and then it imports and then import data. Okay, now you should be able, you could do with Google also. See, with proper, see, now this thing gave data in a proper rows and columns with the proper headings. Okay, so CSV is a format similar to Excel. Okay, so to open, you need to have those tools. Okay, a software to open that in a read mode or a write mode. Okay, so Excel does that. If I don't have Excel, I'll install a trial version. and then I'll show you that also tomorrow if possible. Okay, someone remind me tomorrow. Okay, I'll do that also. Okay, coming back to our content, uh, we can also do clear guys till here. Yes, no.
Yes, student.
Okay.
Yes, student. And one more doubt. We'll be saving that file, right? Notepad. Are we
Huh.
need to save in any specified folder or how it is? Or we can
Y-
save it anywhere.
Anyway,
Get data
okay. So
here.
this example I just gave it for this purpose. I'll do one thing. Uh,
I mean, I got a little confused over there, so thought of checking you with that.
okay. Now I'll clear your confusion now. Okay. So I'll just copy this for time being. This is append, right? Okay. I will do a say for example this example.txt. Right now, which location is it? Is it in example is uh, in C users administrator and administrator folder it is there. Okay. Now I'll for your confirmation I'll take some location C drive. Okay. I'll say tools. Okay. Under tools I'll create some folder test data. Okay, test data folder. Under test data folder I'll drop this file, same file. Okay, we'll read from this location. Okay, now you know the file is sitting in this location, C tools test data. Okay, now you have to copy the UNC path. Okay, copy as path you have to say, and then this one here. Okay, we have to give the UNC path, C tools. Okay, this location you have to give. Okay, I'll mention this as, instead of file I'll mention as some other variable exp. Okay, example file. Okay, and then I'll say exp dot write something I'm writing, and then closing, and then I'm gonna take this line, no, this line, I'll put it here for reading. Okay, first I'll try this out. Okay, I have to change all the variables also here, exp. Okay, otherwise it will throw an error. Okay, done. Now I want to read the file. Okay, now there is a error. What is the error? Invalid argument. Okay, so in this Python you have to add 2 backslash. Okay, when you are reading. Okay, this is the format that you have to use. Okay, so no error. Now I want to read that file. Okay, okay, here also I have to put 2 slash. I forgot. Okay, now you see the statement appending a file I've already added in the last line. Okay, and then I'm reading that file. Okay, so
Okay, sir. Yeah.
yeah, okay, so if you want, if you have a specific location you can use the specific location. This is the example. Okay, so I'll write it down here.
Okay, if you want to get the data from any specified location, we can use this, right?
Yes, backslash, but 2 slash you have to add here. Okay,
Okay. And without this, by default, which one can we use it? I mean, the first one you have done, right?
say right now where is your Python environment is running is under your user profile. Windows, wherever you have user profile, what is the folder of your user profile? If you go to the C drive, you have users folder. User,
Okay.
you will see if you have created on your name Sai, you will see Sai. Okay, if admin public or something, then I have created admin. administrator. I'll go there. This is the location. This is the user location where all files are saved in Python. See, whatever I'm doing, text, example, event, all are saved here. Operations. Okay. And if you want to see which way, where am I right now, you can use something called uh, a library. You have to use something called, this one will I'll teach you in the next class. Import OS. Okay, I'll say run, and then I'll say OS dot tab. I'll say get current working directory. Okay, this is a function. So if you run this, you will get to see the current working directory is right now. The Jupyter Notebook is running at C users Win administrator folder. Okay, this also you can run and check. This is operating system utility that I'm using. Okay, so this is a separate thing. Okay, if you want to go towards system programming and all that, you have to use the system libraries. Okay, there are a lot of libraries. Okay, for network you have import network. You can import and do all network manipulation like getting IP address, getting DNS, getting flushing your DNS records, and all that you can do. Okay, so just an example, we have all these things in the upcoming, but OS and all we are not touching. Okay, we are my projection is towards data. Okay, so data science, not uh, operating system, but this is, I'll just teach you basics so that you, if you want to learn at your own pace, you can learn through some YouTube videos and reading a documentation. See, if you go to the Python documentation page, right, you get everything. You have ample uh, uh, resources there. Okay, knowledge base, articles, and all these are available there. Only thing is you have to sit at your leisure on weekends whenever you get time, go through that and try to learn and implement. Okay, chalo, what is the time now, guys? 10:26. Okay, we are almost there. So what we'll do is we'll close this session. Okay, and tomorrow we're gonna do again same thing. Okay, there are some other operations are there, reading line by line, then appending using a mode. Then I think there is one more, writing a list to a file. Okay, you have a list that you want to add to a file. Okay, so we'll see all those things because we are getting towards data information. Okay, what is data? What is information? Information is something which is formatted. Okay, but which is uh, what we call the other word, data information. Yeah, data, something we called it as a first level, and after the data is converted uh, into a proper format. Okay, then we called it as a information. Okay, where by seeing that information data you can take a call. Okay, we'll have all those examples. And also, guys, did you guys created account in Kaggle and GitHub? If not, please do it, because whatever the Python notebook that you are seeing, right, I will add it there in GitHub, and you should be knowing how to copy the data from there. Okay, and slowly you will learn that practice also. Okay, because a lot of companies are using GitHub. Okay, and Kaggle is used, we are using for data sets. Okay, because we're gonna practice a lot, hands-on practice. We'll do a lot of hands-on practice there. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and those who have not shared the homework, okay, please do it tomorrow.